such sharp turn, prodigious movement off of this surface.
It's almost a minus 20 depending on the way he's getting that turn sharply. And what seems hesitation from this young man, Aryan Dutt.
It is a reason that they
If Aryan Dutt's able to get better of Sai Teja, I think that Netherlands are well in control. They are in the driver's seat.
And this was the partnership that changed everything for the USA, even against Canada, after losing both Smith and Mononk early on in the innings. It was just a little bit of maturity from both of these two batters to get things going. They ended up with an 187-run partnership between them, Mononk and Sai and Shehan, and 187 runs will lead them well past the point of victory in today's matchup. But another big partnership is what's required.
It was the pacer in the very first game in Harare that got Sai Teja's wicket, and then Mukamala missed out on the two games when the Americans faced the Netherlands.
And last time out against the Dutch would have been a T20I cricket. That's where Sai Mukamala scored his World Cup half century. It was absolutely brilliant, taking the game away from the Netherlands. A very different situation on a very different batting track. And a very different Aryan Dutt today, who's 3 overs into his work, only giving up 5 runs, and is already 2 wickets deep. And gets off the mark. Mukamala, 13 overs gone, 49 for 2. out against the Dutch would have been a T20I cricket. Simon Kamala scored his World Cup half century. It was absolutely brilliant, taking the game away from the Netherlands. A very different situation, a very different batting track, a very different variant done today. He's 3 overs into his work, only giving up 5 runs. There's already 2 wickets deep. And gets off the mark. Mukamala, 13 overs gone, 49 for 2. Chasing after Alex Roy at the moment, who is showing himself 26 years old, but still very much in great control of his skills.
And this is why this battle is going to be very important for me, because Alex Roy making his debut, and again Mukamala coming against Aryan Dutt. This can define the match, this can make the match for the Americans. And then this is the danger man, and rightly said Aman, this is a different gravy. Mukamala in this league stage, how he has evolved as a T20 batter, where everyone started telling that he's fit for ODI, but then when how he builds his tempo, and then teams wonder how easily he scores a run. That's been exceptional from him.
He just reads the game so well and is so good at different situations. You talk about how he made his debut into the American setup. He started batting at number 6. That was his role, and he was able to score a half century batting that far down the order. He just understood the situation. And right now you can see he's not looking to take any unnecessary risks. There's plenty of time for the Americans. The only way the Dutch are really going to compete in this contest is to continue to take wickets.
Quality player. Just to add on to our discussion, I think the game before against Canada, all of his boundaries have come from the leg side region. How he has made his adjustments going deep into the crease, playing those slow ones. I think this says a lot about the temperament any young player would have, and being the vice captain and that responsibility, and you're able to take on head to head. I think this says a lot about the quality that he has as a player, but also as a batter, is making the right testament.
And we can't not talk about Alex Roy as well. He's brewing up a maiden over here. He's been absolutely sensational. I tell you what, the Netherlands might have found their next seam sensation. Excellently done in the field. Saves what would have been 4 runs. And it looks like he might have just done himself a disservice as well. That's Max O'Dowd. Close of over 14. The Americans get the 50 on the board with that single. And good to see O'Dowd okay after this. Just getting a slide into that practice wicket, it looked like, right before it. And he's up and moving right now. America, they get 50 on the board for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of over 14.
That's almost struck here on the knee roll.
That would be maybe what saves Jaisurya there. Maybe just slightly high, if anything. Still a brilliant over. 2 chances created by Dutt. 15 gone. It's 52 for 2.
Here's the replay. What was saved for Jaisurya here? Pitches, looks in line, outside off. Might have been just like to what Aman's saying, slightly higher there, but there's a question of if and but.
I don't think Dutt would be anywhere near as effective if he wasn't getting support from the other end as well. And Alex Roy has been brilliant. 3 overs, 10 runs he's given up. Just the 1 boundary. He's kept everything nice and tight. The debut spell. Bowled him! No! How has it missed the wickets? It's come off the pads there.
This is fast bowling at the very best here, and the spin execution is brilliant. Alex Roy, Team Netherlands are not going to go back without putting a fight here, and this is going to be a tug of war. Take a look here. Comes in, has struck the back leg of Jaisurya there.
Alex Roy would have thought he had his first international wicket. Would have been a huge moment for him, and again, it just shows you how good he's been. He's been operating the right areas, and he's in it for ball 1. Hasn't shown any sign of fatigue. Yeah, athletes run in the family. His sister has completed 3 Ironmans, and he's looking for an Ironman spell of his own into his 4th. Oh, that's the 1 knock on his spell. He's committed a cardinal sin. He's overstepped. Oh no. Umpire, he's good. He's all right. He's an athlete too.
Was it for the leg before for Aryan that's over? I don't think so. But a huge no ball.
He definitely overstepped. The umpire up on his feet again. Good to see that. A little bit of a tumble as well, but all's well that ends well.
Yeah, good to see him smile. He's taking it well. Not an easy job, Aman, being an umpire, especially giving the decision where you've got immense pressure, all eyes on you.
You only get 1 chance out of 2, right? That's the biggest part. You have to do this on the fly as you go. And no one really compliments you when you get it right. It's only when you maybe, in their estimation, get it wrong. But all that aside, Sai Mukamala, free hit. Straight up. It could come back for a second and won't. It'll just be the 1 run.
Max it out, might have taken this lightly. He was almost there, sticking his head up, taking a running catch backwards. Just because of pre-hit, I think he might have wanted to let it go.
The Americans maybe missed the chance to get 2 there. Wasn't taken. Took a soft bounce, and it was the opportunity to come back. And just could get into the onside. This was the rhythm that the Americans got in against the Canadians. They were just finding ways to get to 5 runs and over. Don't need anywhere near as many runs here today. And the Netherlands have to continue to make inroads.
But Aman, this is just not from Aryan that's over, that the pressure is being contained. Except for that 1 no ball, I don't think so. Alex Roy has put his foot wrong here so far. He's made sure that the pressure stays intact on both these batters.
No question about it. He's been brilliant on debut. Can't fault the Dutch bowlers at this point. But the situation that the batters put them in is that quiet overs still won't win you this game. It's going to be getting 2 or 3 more wickets before the 25 over mark.
I'd say for Netherlands to win, get Mukamala out before he gets his 30. If he reaches his 30, it's going to look very comfortable.
Happy to leave it alone is Mukamala to close out over 16. 4 runs from it. It's 56 for 2. Absolutely exceptional. A lot of talk about him coming into King City, expecting wickets that'll turn. His role was always going to be vital, and he somehow has exceeded expectations. Quick run. Good running there from the Americans.
Every over Aryan that's come to bowl has created opportunity in every over. He's in his 5th over, and he's only got 5 overs remaining. I want to see if Scott Edwards would want to keep attacking with Aryan Dutt, or would he bring on a different spinner from the other end to replace Aryan Dutt.
He's now 23 years of age, so he's been around this team for almost 7 years. And what you've noticed in this edition of Cricket World Cup League 2, in the roughly 20 innings he's played, his strike rate has significantly come down, almost chopped it in half. And that's the real big adjustment you wanted to see from Aryan Dutt. He always had the skill, but it was just being able to execute it more often and be the wicket-taking option. He's come into that role beautifully. He's kept the economy rate under 4. It's actually gotten better from where it was before this edition of League 2. But he's done that whilst taking more wickets, which is so crucial for him as an off-spinner.
Yeah, he has that variety of options in his artillery. How he has that arm ball, and then he uses his angle wider, straighter, above his head. So I think that complements Aryan Dutt's bowling, and the assistance he's getting off the surface.
We talked about Daniel Durham's height. Aryan Dutt possesses a similar thing. He's 6 foot tall, not the 6'6" maybe of Durham, but a taller individual bowling the off spin. You look at him, you think, it looks like a fast bowler build here. He's really just smashing the yards, using his fingers around. Nicely tackled from Jayasuriya. Gets 3 runs from the 5th over of Aryan Dutt. 17 overs are gone. It's 58 for 2. And in this position, the Netherlands were actually ahead of the curve. 17 overs done for them. They were 61 for none. So still all to play for as we head to the first drinks break. The players will get that drink alongside the umpires, who after taking a tumble might need some. Us here in the comms box, we'll take a short break on commentary. Join us back here on ICC TV when we return. Option.
where the openers have gone.
Yeah, they're just stuck with the dark blue orb there. They've made sure they're in the same run of flow. You see how they continue to go about it as we'll see another off spinner. Zach Lyon-Cachet, this is a skill that he really has that has been almost his primary skill as the bat has developed. And interestingly enough, they do elect to go to Lyon-Cachet, and it shows you how much respect they have for the left-handed Sanjay, not to go to either a left arm spinner or a leg spinner. Here was the matchup. Off spinner into right-handed Saiteja Mukamala. Just too full on that occasion is Cachet. Do you expect Mukamala to really go after the off spinner here, or do you expect them to kind of take their time and continue to go the same flow?
Well, there's no necessity for Mukamala to just go after the off spinner here because his attribute is always about building the innings, and just in case if he finds any bad ball, he's one of those quality players that will make sure you get paid for your mistake. So I think his plan is pretty much simple and clear. That is keeping to take the scoreboard.
Hasn't found his length yet. It's been far too easy for the American batters to just tick the ball around. We've seen Lyon-Cachet take wickets in each of his 8 ODIs, but right now, he's got to get the radar back in the right spot. Aryan Dutt had so much success living on a length. That's where Lyon-Cachet needs to be.
Maybe I try to see if I can bring back Daniel Durham back in the attack and see if he can give me an over by pulling his length back, because he's, again, you cannot take off this height factor and the bounce he can get off the wicket.
This last delivery, though, that was the length. So if Lyon-Cachet can sit here on this ball, he's going to get a second. It'll be a dot, and he's yorked him. Still love to see him upright on a length. A new off spinner introduced. 21 gone, 76 for 2.
হ্যালো হাজি আলতাফ, কেমন আছেন?
It's not like I'm begging, no, but it just